Tampa Bay Times reports that the lawyer who sent cease and desist letters that threatened Florida TV stations with criminal penalties if they aired a political ad backing the abortion rights amendment says he did not write those letters. Florida Department of Health General Counsel John Wilson said he was given pre-written letters from Governor DeSantis' lawyers on October 3rd and told to send them under his own name. The letters set off a firestorm that led to a federal judge last week ordering the state not to threaten any more TV stations. Wilson abruptly quit on October 10th. And this past Tuesday, Governor DeSantis made this claim about Amendment 4.
So you will have late-term abortions greenlit and performed by non-doctors as a matter of constitutional right if this were to pass.
So the governor's office is complaining about inaccurate information. I wonder about what the governor said there, Tara, where he says that you're going to have people that are really not healthcare experts being able to okay a late-term abortion.
Rob, let's unpack this. This is like a master class in misdirection, maybe even election interference. And so we really have to look at what Mark Walker said, the district judge. You know, it's the First Amendment, stupid. And that goes to, of course, the lawyer that said, hey, I don't want to send any more of these letters. And he was right, of course. Both Republicans and Democrats believe in the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment protection of speech and press. And so he was right to bring that up, right? But when it comes to the governor and the Florida Republicans' desire to sort of disorient us in our constitutional amendments, we've never seen anything like this. The governor has directed 6 state agencies $20 million in misdirecting and misinformation about the constitutional amendments. Remember, this is the best form of direct democracy that we have. We try to teach our students at St. Pete College all about getting involved, all about expressing themselves. The state of Florida citizens have voted. They want to vote on these initiatives, and he's going in a flagrant abuse of Florida statute that very specifically says that you cannot, in your official capacity, interfere or influence an election. And so it's really curious to me to see how his legacy won't be one of costing the state of Florida and its voters quite a bit of money. And what's interesting is a couple years ago, the Times put out this amazing report about the culture wars and that they were already costing Florida voters $16 million. Well, if we add on to that the cost of the litigation to Disney at $800 an hour and all the other costs, economic costs, because people don't want to come here because it's a hostile environment to people of color, hostile to women, hostile to LGBTQ, the DeSantis administration might go down as one of the most costliest to the state of Florida.
You say it's illegal, but a judge has already heard a case challenging the legality of this use of state funds, and the judge dismissed the case.
Well, what we're seeing is that sometimes justice depends on who's evaluating it, and I think that appeal will reveal something much different.
Craig, real quickly, can you imagine, in your experience in TV, has any politician gone after a TV station for airing political ads?
In the past, not that I can recall, but this is not the past. The world has changed. I would say everything we've talked about in the last 2 or 3 minutes are very on brand in the politics and the government and the times in which we live. I would be surprised if something like this did not occur. You cannot take politics out of politics. That's always been the case, but especially now in the times in which we live, I think we're going to see more and more insertion of government into trying to purvey a certain point of view.
You know, let me bring it back to this point. We don't know how many Republicans are really MAGA Republicans, and so this might dramatically affect the ballot. You know, there's a lot of people who haven't voted yet, and they might take a look at this kind of political posturing and say that's not the Republican Party of limited government. That's not the party of fiscal responsibility. And they may just shift their vote. And there's a lot of Republican campaigns out there that need every vote, like Rick Scott. And this might dramatically affect them.